hindrance to proposed marriage with Michelle.
I do.
And you, Michelle, hereby state that you've read and understood the list of civil impediments to marriage, and you solemnly declare you believe there's no impediment of kindred or affinity or other lawful hindrance to proposed marriage with David.
I do.
As now that I, Tom Coat, in accordance with the rights of the Spiritual Union of Ireland, do solemnise this your marriage with accordance to the laws of this country. Before you, Michelle and David, are joined together in my presence and the presence of all these witnesses. I am bound, as you know, to remind you publicly of the solemn, serious and binding nature of the relationship into which you're now about to enter. Marriage, as most of us understand, is the voluntary and full commitment to each other. It is made in the deepest sense to the exclusion of all others, and entered into with desire and hope and firm intention it will last a lifetime. David, you take Michelle in marriage to be your wedded wife, to share your life as your friend, your lover, your companion, to go together in spirit and in truth, and forsaken all others.
I do.
And you, Michelle, take David in marriage to be your wedded husband, to share your life as your friend, your lover, your companion, to go together in spirit and in truth, and forsaken all others.
I do.
Wedding bands, being a perfect circle, have no beginning and no end, but we do know these rings have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth, metal is liquefied in a furnace at thousands of degrees. Hot metal is poured into a mould, cool and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from raw elements. Love is very much like that, and it has to be worked. It's the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all, and the rings are now ready to be given and received and accepted as symbols of love. Can we have the rings, please?
Okay.
I, David, promise to love and honour Michelle. I promise to try and get home from work at a reasonable hour sometimes. I promise not to take Michelle for granted. Michelle, I promise not to always have the car radio at full volume all the time. And I promise to love you for the rest of my life.
David, I promise to always be your best friend. I promise to try to be more domesticated. I promise to love you and always love you faithfully. I promise that you will never ever again find 13 towels on my bathroom ensuite floor. And go to this side. I promise that we will have a wonderful life together. Okay.
Today, Michelle and David wish to participate in the sand ceremony. It indicates the joining of their lives, their hearts and their souls. These vessels of sand of various colours symbolise their individual spirits and that of their families. Each of these containers is unique, representing who you both are. As these containers of sand are poured into a larger container, the different colours will join together and form something quite beautiful. Take these containers and hold them close to your heart and embody them with all the hopes and dreams for the future. Bring to mind the strength of the promises, the honesty and integrity which you make them, and all the particles of personality which make you unique and wonderful in each other's eyes. Black sand represents the foundation of the marriage, strong and steadfast. Just as these grains of sand can never be separated, our prayer for you as your lives together will be the longer than time it will take to separate each individual grain of sand back into its individual colour. You are united today, not only in marriage, but as a family. Michelle and David have declared for us that we live together in marriage, symbolised by the joining of hands, taking of vows and exchange of rings. So therefore, on your behalf and behalf of communion inside the Spirit, I now declare them to be husband and wife. You may now kiss as husband and wife.
Yeah! Ahoy!
Spirit, love and life, out of this world two souls have found each other. Their destiny shall now be woven into one design, and their joy shall not be known apart. David and Michelle, may your home be a place of happiness for all who enter it. A place where the old and the young are renewed in each other's company. A place for growing, a place for sharing, a place of love. May those who are nearest and dearest to you be constantly rich by the bounty and beauty of your love for one another. May your work be joy that serves the world, and may your days be good long upon the earth. Can I have a round of applause to the bride and groom, please? We're going to go inside to sign the paperwork, so the bride and groom are going to exit now, and then we'll go down to the house and we'll sign the legal paperwork, okay? Please stand for the bride and groom.
Congratulations.
Mr. Panam.
Schmutzy, schmutzy. Right, off for the first argument.